This is another episode, and today we are talking about boosting our immunity. Most of us have been talking about boosting our immunity, and especially these two words have come up ever since 2020 when COVID-19 hit the world, and everyone was talking about boosting our immunity. So we would want to simplify and make it as simple as possible for us to understand what is this immunity that we keep talking about? Why is it important? Where do we find this immunity? And how do we boost this immunity? So in very simple terms, when we were created, when our bodies were created, they were given a defense force. There are some people who call it vital force. There are people who call it the immune system. There are people who call it in layman's language and say they are the soldiers that help the body maintain a healthy life. So our bodies have the ability to heal themselves, to rebuild themselves, because remember, even right now, every moment, every passing moment, our body cells, because our bodies are created with cells, the cells keep regrowing. Some will die, others will be born, and it's an ongoing process from birth to death. So when these cells, when the systems are working on these cells, there are some things that can interfere with this process of the cells. In my mind, I always imagine like our immunity is like a factory. So I always imagine there are the bosses, there are the systems, there are those who are being sent. Like for example, if we look at the nervous system, they are like the messengers. They pass the message. If you look at the blood flow and all these things, the systems that happen the different systems that happen in our bodies are the ones that make us who we are, and that's how we cannot explain who we really are. I think that is the most layman's language that I can use to explain our immunity. So in between, there are things that will always come and attack us. Like for example, we have bacteria, and it is known that we have more bacteria even than we have the body cells. These bacteria, sometimes because of different factors, maybe environmental factors, maybe different factors, they can overgrow or undergrow, and then it will cause something that we would call disease. So disease is like there's an is. It is not the normal, it's not everyday activity, it's not the usual, it's not business as usual. So when we say someone has a disease, it means there's something foreign that has come in and it needs to be pushed away, to be pushed out by something, and that something is the one that we are calling the immunity. I hope it makes sense. So the immunity is the force that helps the body to fight the diseases, fight anything foreign, and also keep you healthy. So we need to keep our bodies healthy by keeping a strong immune system. That explains why since COVID-19 came, we have been talking about boosting our immunity, because COVID-19 is a virus. We have a variety of viruses, variety of bacteria, variety of fungal infections. All these things can attack our body. And when your body is under attack, of course, it's not able to operate properly. So that is why we need to maintain a healthy immune system. And what are some of the things that we do? Because we've said that we were created, and as we grow, from childhood as you grow, it is something in its naturally your body just has that force. So what are some of the things that we do to compromise this immunity? What are some of the things that we consciously do, and some we do unconsciously? Number one, our immune system is affected mostly by what we put in our mouth, what we feed our body, what we eat, what we drink, like our diet. And when I say about the diet, please don't just think about the food. Think about even the drinking. Think about the sweets, the chewing gum. There are people who keep telling me they never ever thought that chewing gum is of any importance in their life. So they just kept chewing, and they did not know the effect that they were bringing to their body. So our diet really compromises or builds our immune system. And that explains why even when you're sick, you need to feed on the right foods for you to give your body back the energy. Back in the day, we used to, every time we go visiting a patient, we could carry fruits. I know people still carry, but maybe you've never taken time to think, why do we carry fruits? And then previously we used to carry some drinks that we used to say they are for the sick. We call it Lucozade and Ribena and all these things. But all what they were doing, or what we do every time we are visiting a patient and we are feeding them, we're just looking for one mineral called vitamin C. So the vitamin C that is rich in, the fruits are rich in vitamin C, is the one that boosts the ability to fight diseases, because vitamin C's role in our bodies is to fight diseases. So if you want to boost your immune system, you have to check your diet. Number 2, you boost your immune system with physical activity. If you are inactive, of course your blood needs oxygen. And so when it is deoxygenated, when it doesn't have enough oxygen, it's not the pumping will not be your heart will not be able to beat the blood properly, and so there are some parts of your body that will not get enough blood. So you need to have physical activity so that you can oxygenate your blood, so that you can move your muscles, and your muscles can be able to relax, and muscles can be able to build up or break down. Physical activity also helps you with your mental state, because number 3 of the things that we do that interfere with our immune system is our mental state. When your mental state is not in order, your immunity is fully compromised. That is why we have to choose to have a stable mental state. Even World Health Organization, when they define health, they say it's an overhaul. They don't just look at the physical. It has to do with even the mind, the body, and the soul. So if your mind is not in the right state, your immunity is compromised. Something else maybe we can say we compromise our immunity with is our environmental factors. If you're living in an over-polluted area, most definitely you will be breathing in chemicals, you'll be breathing in things that will be interfering with your respiratory system. When your respiratory system is interfered with, you're exposing your body to diseases that are related with the respiratory system, things like bronchitis, all these things that affect our respiratory system. So we've said the environment, the diet, the physical activity, and we have talked about the mental state. If you observe the 4 and you choose the right things, your immunity will keep strong. And the beauty about your immunity is that it has the ability to build, to kill itself, and to fight anything. There's something else in the diet. There's something else I've forgotten that I need to mention: the medication. Most of the time when you are under any medication, it is a chemical that is foreign, that is going into your body. Your immune system registers that as something that it needs to fight. There is some fight, and that is why some people experience contradictions with some medication. So the medication you are undergoing, like for example, if someone has cancer and they are going through chemotherapy, the immune system is not the same. And so it means then they have to do something extra to keep the immune system strong. So the medication that we're exposing ourselves. For the young people, we'll talk about the drugs. I see most young people engaging in, it's called shisha. I think shisha, and they tell me, no, it's not a drug, but it is a drug. Smoking, of course, when you smoke, you're putting tobacco into your lungs, and it gives you toxins. And diseases thrive in a toxic environment. So we now understand that we need to have a healthy immune system. We understand how we can keep a healthy immune system, and we understand that whatever choice that we make about our mind, about our body, about who we engage with, who we are around, the environment, then we will be able to maintain a healthy immune system. If you would want to learn more on boosting your immunity because maybe of things that you have no control about, like for example, if you are going through hypertension, diabetes, cancer, any medical condition that you have no control about, but you would want to learn how to use the natural resources around you and so that you can be able to boost immunity. Feel free to call me on 0711 621563 because I, Carol, your health coach, help you find the resources around you, within you, and with you to optimize your health. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you do not miss out on any health topic that we will be discussing. It is a pleasure to have learned as much as we have learned today, and I look forward to seeing you on our next episode. Until then, this is Carol, your health coach, rejuvenating nature's beam as we get healthy and stay healthy. Bye-bye.